demanding, and it seemed as though it gets easier. Now, I would say it gets easier as long as you stay in the Spirit, right? I don't know how to say this other than just to be blunt. A soldier does not get entangled in the affairs of the world. And if you get entangled, your results drop. Just that simple. I wish it was different. Now, if you can get entangled and keep your mind from interfering in an emergency, it'd probably still work. But if you're entangled in the affairs of the world, now you say, what is entangled? I guess at the point you start losing results. I guess that's what you would have to call entangled. I don't believe that's called paying the bills and doing normal living. I don't think it's that. I think it is when you start, when the other aspects of life start taking up your thoughts, right? I believe it's carnally minded, spiritually minded. You're thinking on the things of the Spirit rather than the things of the world or things of the flesh, right? So, bottom line is, it's kind of like what we were talking about in the beginning. How serious do you want to get? If you really want to walk the way that I believe you want to, the way that I do, and as we've talked, then it's going to require. It's not, listen carefully, it is not God requiring that we do this. God is not saying, when you do that, I will release power. What I'm saying is, by living a natural, normal lifestyle, it builds a callousness in you so that when it comes time to release the Spirit of God, there's too many layers of you and the world there for it to come through. It's not God saying, no, when you live this way, I'll reward you with power. It's not it. It is you stripping away the things of the world and the flesh. Natural living. See, Paul said, all things are acceptable, all things are okay, but not everything is good for you, right? Not all things are expedient. In other words, yeah, you can live normal, but don't expect to operate like somebody who doesn't live normal, right? And it's not God rewarding. It's just like if you're going to be, a boxer or a fighter or anybody else, you train, right? A boxer, a fighter does not, let me put it this way. He may weigh as much as a normal person, but it's functional weight. It's going to be muscle. It's not going to be fat, right? Why? Because one person sits on the couch and watches them fight, and the fighter gets in there and trains and loses the weight that would slow him down. Bottom line, that's what it comes down to. So it just depends on what do you need to get rid of. I'm not asking you from God's point of saying, God saying, well, if you get rid of this, I'll give you power. That's not it. In other words, what is slowing you down in your run? And because if you were going to train for the Olympics, you would train. But yet, when it comes to Christianity, we want it to be magic. We want God to just do whatever we ask him to do, and we want to live normal. And the problem is, I don't think you can do it. There is a level. Now, at DHT, we get people, average people that have not changed one thing. They're not living different. They're not fasting, not praying, none of that. Why? We teach them what the Bible says, and their belief rises, their faith rises in it. It works. Real simple. Now, beyond that, if you want to go beyond that, now the DHT is not the end, it's the beginning. It gets you thinking in the right direction. And if you want to go beyond that, then you're going to have to start deciding, how do you want to live? Simple as that. You can live normal and pray for the sick, and God will heal people, and it'll be good things, and you'll have some results. But there will come a point when you'll hit a wall, and you will become dissatisfied and go, you know what? That wall shouldn't have been there. That wall should have disappeared when I walked up. And that wall is saying, I would have if you'd have been walking the way you're supposed to walk all the time. Right? That makes sense? So, it's either be called faithful by God and weird by man, right? Or normal by man and unfaithful by God. All right? So, see y'all tomorrow.